Hey everybody, welcome back to another Wind Down with Janelle. So what I want to talk about tonight is the fact that dating is a little harder now in this virtual dating world we're living in. And even though some of the restrictions are loosening, at least here in California, we're still living under a pretty heavy quarantine. So, I don't know, this has been a kind of hard, 10, 11, 12 weeks, but I decided that before we have round 2 of this virus, that I want to be in a somewhat of a relationship with a male specimen. Not stuffed teddy and stuff look like cannoli dog. Like the ones who can talk and walk and, a guy. But how am I going to do that when almost everything is closed, and where am I going to meet him? And you're saying to me, what about online, Janelle? Okay, so I will tell you why I'm not a fan of online dating. I need a sip first, though. Oh my god. Okay, so here is an experience I had with online dating, and it's true, verbatim, 100%. I couldn't make this up if I wanted to. Okay, so a couple of years ago, went online, put my little profile up, and sure enough, my inbox is flooded with guys wanting to meet me. I was so excited, I felt like I won the lottery. But then I started looking at their portfolios and their pictures, and I was horrified that some of these men thought that I would be interested in them. Okay, whatever. So I finally narrowed it down to 3. There was an older guy, a guy around my age, and a younger guy. The older guy, I don't really know what he did. He looked like kind of one of those rich older dudes. The guy my age was an architect, and the younger guy was a writer. Okay, so, you do these little emails, So the older dude said to me, can you send me a current picture of yourself? I just want to make sure you look like the pictures on your profile, because I've been getting all these women who are sending me I should meet them, they're 200 pounds heavier than they said. So I'm like, okay, so I had been on the night before at Cut in Beverly Hills, which is owned by Wolfgang Puck. And one of my friends is friends with Wolfgang's wife. And long story short, we had dinner with them. And I sent a picture of me in the kitchen holding a knife, next to Wolfgang Puck. And it was a cool picture. And he says, cute picture, who's the chef? You don't know who Wolfgang Puck is? I mean, his face is plastered on soup cans. And even in Minneapolis Airport, there's a Wolfgang Puck takeout pizza place. So, I mean, are you living in a bubble? Anyway, of course, I can't date someone who doesn't even know who friggin' Wolfgang Puck is. So, swiped left, never emailed them again. Okay, so now I'm kind of looking at the accountant and, not the accountant, the architect. And he was a good-looking man. Really good-looking, tall, a little too tall for me. He was 6'2". I think that's a bit tall for me, but anyway, he was handsome. So I'm emailing him, and he had a picture of himself and this little tiny dog. And I said at one point, so I'm just curious why such a tall, strapping gentleman like yourself would have this little tiny chihuahua. It's a dog. It's a pet. He's like, well, it's actually not my dog. My girlfriend said that women like dogs, so I borrowed this dog. But I have kitty cats. I love my kitty cats. Kitty cats. Okay, he lost me at kitty cats. I'm not going to date a guy who refers to his cat as a kitty cat. Are you kidding me? Okay, so now I've got one contender left. And, he was a writer at Disney. He used to be a pro baseball player, and he was kind of cute. And so he's the last one I'm emailing. And we finally agreed to meet in person. So I picked my favorite place, Pizzeria Il Fico, A, because I love the food. Even if the guy sucks, I know I get a good meal. And B, because I can walk there. I don't need to worry about driving or having him suggest to drive me home. I can walk there on my own 2 feet. So anyway, the first date went really well. He wasn't as young. I mean, in his profile, he said I think he was supposed to be 9 or 10 years younger than me. Nah, he really wasn't that much younger than me. He wasn't as tall as he said he was, but he was kind of interesting, and we had a pretty good time. In fact, I kind of didn't want the date to end. And But it did, and I had plans that night. It was an early date, and I'm not going to flake on my friends for some dude I just met. Okay, so we were supposed to go out again, but he got hit in the head with a baseball. So he had kind of a concussion for a while, and finally, we're on to date number 2, and I think it's about a month later. Sorry, I need a sip of wine before I go on with this. Yeah. Okay, so we're sitting in back again at Il Fico because I feel safe there, and all the waiters knew I was coming on a blind date, and I had signals already, worked out with these guys and stuff. So they're like my posse, and so we're sitting there, and he ends up telling me about how the baseball thing was more like a hit with the baseball bat because he got in a fight with a guy on the other opposite team. So now I'm feeling a little weird. And somehow he got in the conversation about his ex-girlfriend. And he lays into this whole story about how his ex-girlfriend is now dating a gangbanger, a tattooed, mohawk-haired gangbanger, and how the gangbanger threatened his life because the girlfriend told the new boyfriend, the gangbanger boyfriend, that her ex-boyfriend had tried to kill her. And he goes, just in case you ever hear about this story, I never tried to kill her. All I did was when we broke up, I took the pills that I'd taken from her because she tried to commit suicide by overdosing on them at one point. So I hid them in my car, and then when I was driving them off, I took the pill and I threw it out the car window and I hit her in the head. I wasn't trying to kill her, I just wanted to give her her damn pills back. Okay, I'm listening to this. And then he goes on about how the guy kept threatening him. So now he's in his favorite bar, and a bar that was his bar. And of course, who shows up but the ex-girlfriend with the new gangbanger boyfriend. And he's like, they did it on purpose. They came there because they knew that's where I go. I asked him where it was because at this point I wanted to make sure I never went to this place, okay? I won't say where it is, but it's in Westwood. Anyway, so then so he said they come in the bar, an altercation starts, they have a fight, the gangbanger and him, and knives are involved. Well, the police come and they all get arrested, and now he's worried that it's going to affect his career at Disney because his stupid ex-girlfriend and the gangbanger boyfriend caused all these problems. And did I want to ride home? No, I did not want to ride home. And I always had an excuse when he called. And that was my online dating experience. And you wonder why I don't want to take chance number 2? Anyway, on that note, I'm going to have to find it some solution because when this second wave comes, I want to be able to snuggle with a human being. So I want to have a partner in crime that I can hang out at my house with and get into trouble with at my own house. I don't want just troublemaker wine to be my only partner in crime. And stuff looking like Cannoli Dog and Teddy had been lots of fun, but anyway. Well, on that note, I don't know what to do about it. If you have any solutions, I'm open. I'm open to solutions. I'm open to suggestions. I'm keeping an open mind in these times. Anyway, trying to keep myself healthy and sane and safe. Sane, sanity. One would argue I've never been sane. But anyway, glass half full mentality. And remember, if you have a glass half full of wine, you're luckier than most people in the world. And let's figure out how to date and do all sorts of things that we couldn't used to be able to do. Can't wait. Cheers, everybody.